P.S. Everything is learnable. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 107 of our Supersize You annual challenge. What the heck does P.S. stand for? P.S. stands for public speaking or presentation skills. Two things that, or one thing, I suppose they can all be clumped into the public speaking category, that most people are actually really, really terrified and afraid of. They've done a whole lot of studies and surveys on human beings' biggest fears, and you'd think it would be death and taxes because they're inevitable, but it's actually people are most afraid of public speaking, speaking up in a public place or where other people will hear them, and death. Now, some of us have done both and realized that neither one will be well, they're inevitable, but they're not going to last forever. So topic for another day. Today, our topic is public speaking. How do we become a good presenter or public speaker with respect to the ideas we want to get across? You may or may not have heard, but everybody is in sales. We're always trying to negotiate and sell somebody on something, whether you've gotten married, whether you date, whether you've started a business, whether you've gotten a job. We are our own product. It's weird to think of it that way, but we absolutely positively are. And before we do anything, we sell people on us first. Are we trustworthy? Do they want to do business with us? Do they want to have a relationship with us? Whatever it is that we're proposing or offering, it has to be something that the other person wants and desires. So let's talk about public speaking and presentation skills today. I will let you in on a little secret. I do not consider myself a very good public speaker. Now, I do it a lot. And I talk a lot. I think today is day I don't remember. I can look in my book. 9,901 episodes I've done of my podcast. My podcast, it's doubled up though, because it acts as when I do the video, it's one thing, and then the recording is just voice for my podcast. And so for some reason on YouTube, that doubles up. So it looks like I have, actually it's worse there. I think I have almost 20,000 inputs to my YouTube channel. Don't even ask me about my YouTube channel. We're not going to talk about that today. Today, we're talking about public speaking. So my confession is I actually joined a public speaking community on the school platform. Number one, it's awesome. The first time I heard the woman speak, I learned at least 3 cool things that I could apply immediately in my presentation skills and in my videos, which will help me to create the life I want, to have the things in my life that I want, because like I said, everything is a negotiation. Everything we want to come into our life comes to us through us being able to present the idea that we want it, right? I guess I could take this a bunch of different directions. Mostly I need to take it to get a drink of coffee because my throat's going, rah. Does your throat ever do that? All right, so what is public speaking? What is presentation skills? Why do we care? Why do we as individuals care? Well, because we are interconnected human beings, and anything we want and desire to create in the world, it usually involves other people, right? And we could get into the metaphysical, we could get into the quantum physics, we could get into all that. But guess what? None of it really matters. All that matters is how it impacts you. So, couple of things about public speaking. It said it's one of the number one. It's either number 1 or number 2. I think death and public speaking flip-flop in different surveys depending on who is doing the studying and what they are looking for outcomes. But it is an absolute positive, learnable. It means people can teach it to us and we can learn it. But guess what? Everything is learnable, right? When we're born, what do we know how to do? Cry and scream, make noise, which we all seem to forget over the course of our lifetime, but we know how to make a lot of noise when we're born. And we only have one fear, and that's the fear of falling. It's not the fear of anything else. Everything else in our life, we learn. We learn through experiences. We learn by watching other people. We learn by doing. We learn by going to school. I will let you in on a little secret. One of the best things you can do to make your life better and to create the life you want is to decide to be a lifelong learner. I decided when I was in high school that I was going to be a lifelong reader and a lifelong learner. Why? Because I saw that readers were actually the people leading things and organizations because they were going out and searching for answers and getting more information And it's not about just the quantity of information. It's about the information and then what you do with it, what actions you take based on the information that you learn and the sources that you learn them from. Great presentations follow a structure, and this is one thing another painful confession. I am not awesome at. I definitely have room for improvement here. Like I said, I've made probably nearly 10,000 videos because a lot of them didn't go into my YouTube or into my social media. They were just training videos for people to learn how to do specific things and specific skills. Because I learned that if you do a step-by-step demonstration and record it, you can give that to the person that wants to learn that thing. And instead of having to teach everybody that wants to learn that thing and showing them individually, I can make a video and use it to teach people one time. Do that in corporate America as well as in my own businesses for different repetitive tasks so that I didn't have to spend, all my time onboarding people or teaching them about safety or sexual harassment or whatever else. But there's a framework that you can use. And part of why I joined public speaking, Vocal Power, that's the name of the community, was because I know I need to hone my public speaking skills. I also am visually challenged. So I know I have to actually create a framework that I use over and over and over again. And I've been observing for a lot of years. And I noticed that now everybody does things in threes. I'm like, why are there only 3 main points, 3 to this, 3 to that in presentations and things? Well, it's because it's the rule of 3. Give people 3 key points, 3 stories or data or information to back up those points, and then 3 takeaways. And it's an absolutely positively time-tested, proven formula for success. More than that, people get overwhelmed and it takes too long to talk about them. Less than that, people feel like they're underserved. So the rule of 3 is one to keep in mind. So if I want my significant other to do something for me, they might or might not want to do, I want to make sure I have at least 3 reasons they should do it, right? And nice reasons, but 3 reasons they should do it, 3 stories about why that's an important way to do it or how to do it, and then 3 takeaways or 3 actually requests of what I want and what I desire and what I expect. Guess what? If we do that, how much more often are we actually going to get it? How many of us think that everybody should be a mind reader and they should just know what we want all the time? On a subconscious level, you probably don't consciously say that, but if you think about it, the way you're behaving, if you're not communicating and telling people and sharing expectations, that's what we're doing. We're expecting the people around us read our minds and know exactly what we want. Most people don't even understand their own mind and what they want, much less what anybody else on the planet wants, no matter how close your relationship is. We have to learn to communicate, and having good presentation skills will do nothing but help us. It will totally help us and benefit us in so many areas. So curious. Let's ask ourselves a couple reflective questions and then we'll share our action. Our action item today is super simple. I'm going to share it now. Are you a confident presenter or public speaker? Do you ask for what you want confidently? If yes, share in the comments below what got you to be that. I suppose there are a few people that are born natural orators, natural speakers, naturally good at asking for what they want. Maybe they screamed a lot as a kid and got what they wanted fast, so they learned to transfer that to talking and then just upped their skills throughout their lifetime. But the vast majority of us have to seek out, practice, and learn it. There's keys to making it easier. Number 1, have a clear message. What is it that you want? If you don't know what you want, how are you going to clearly present it to anybody else? You're not. So first you have to be clear on what you want. Then you have to prepare for the conversation or prepare for the presentation. So many people think they can just wing it, and you can, but you're not going to get as good a results as if you were to prepare, plan, practice, again, at least 3 times, practice out loud, if it's going to be an out loud conversation, and then present, and then see what kind of results you get. So that's it. That's our topic for today. I would love to know, are you one of the people that are as afraid to show up and be seen in any way, shape, or form? Or are you one of those people that are like, okay, I'm scared, but I'm going to figure it out? Because guess what? Everybody's scared at first whenever we start something new. And then we just do it, and we do it again and again and again and again and again. And I think Russell Brunson started it, and Alex Hormozi says it as well, if you know who they are. You're going to suck at first whenever you start anything new. I'm starting something new right now on this project called the 100. And it's things I've done before, and I forgot. I got amnesia somehow along the way and forgot that these are things I used to do every single week in my Italian food manufacturing business. And then somehow when I came to the online world, I told myself, because I was listening to too many other people, that it's hard to do the things that we're doing in this program. And I'm like, yeah, no, not really. So just stop making excuses and thinking it's hard and do it. All right. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.